Yo. Huh? Little different person introducing us today. We got Chuck B, Mr. V6 in cruise control. No V12 and no brakes.
My guy B, though.
But shout out to the homie B. You know what I mean? He's here with us in spirit. Yeah. But definitely welcome y'all to episode 15 of the Nevermind Podcast. Hey. I am Chuck B. We got my man right here, Esco, with me.
Yo, what's goody?
Blink, what's good?
Blessings.
We got Freddie P in the building.
Yo.
We got Spike B is in the building. We got JC making the sound the way we supposed to sound in the building.
What's good?
We got some extended family in the building. You can't see him on the camera, but we got my man Bear in the building.
What up?
Shout out to Bear. So I call him Greenwood Bear. Shout out to Greenwood Bear.
Greenwood Bear, what up?
You know what I mean? But I hope everybody's been doing good. Yeah. We'll catch up in a minute. But I want to go directly into the motion report. As you can see, we got another special guest in the building. Another piece of extended family, if I can say so myself.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? But I just know him as Pat's little brother. I'm going to show my age. You know what I mean? Shout out to Pat. You know what I mean? But without further ado, Freddie P, I'm going to let you go ahead and handle the intro for the motion report, baby. Let's go ahead.
So this means a lot. So first of all, let's say this. A lot of times in North Carolina, everybody talks about, people in North Carolina, we got so much talent here. We got to stick together. We got to highlight this. That's what this episode is for.
Okay.
And we definitely got to thank Be Easy for actually going into the producer segment, right?
Okay.
So we're all trying something a little different. So we're going to introduce J Gunn, right? J Gunn. Now we got a long intro, so I need y'all to listen to this, okay? Because I'm not gonna include everything right now. We gonna come back and you're gonna hear other gems drop. Well, we just gonna give you some of the surface level stuff, okay? Let's check these papers, all right?
Okay.
So basically,
Freddie bought his notes.
There you go. Got the notes. I don't need reading glasses yet, but I'm getting close, all right? So this one is really for the Bull City, and we got to ask everybody to stand up for a true MC.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. A movement builder.
Yep. Okay.
Voice for the people.
Come on.
And a leader shaping the opportunities in Durham. So we're going to get into that, right? We're going to get into that, okay?
I'm going to put that on my bio, man.
Right.
Like that.
So I don't know what elementary and middle school you went to, but I know you went to Jordan.
Okay. Pearson Town and Githens.
There we go.
Okay.
If you're from Durham, you already know. And we know you went to the college with, G-Ho with the greatest
the greatest HBCU are. Let's talk about it.
Right? So if you went to A&T and you went there before 2010, you're gonna say A&T. You ain't gonna say NCAT, right? No. We saying A&T. You could spell it AYANTEE or the and sign of the T, but we gonna say A&T, right?
Yeah.
So Bull City legend. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Generational, right? Because we gonna go back into your origin story, right?
Word.
Every hero and villain has an origin story. I talk about mine being a villain, but he's a hero. So came up during the trenches, the writing, the recording. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've actually seen you grow.
Maturation up.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
The matriculation of J Gunn?
Yeah.
That what we gonna call it? Yeah. I like that.
Why not?
Look, my wife ain't gonna be able to tell me shit when I get home. Good. I ain't taking no trash out tonight. I'm that motherfucker. I ain't doing no dishes tonight.
So Durham born, Durham raised, and still putting on for the city. Everybody, let's give a round of applause for J Gunn.
Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Happy to be here, bro.
Yo, appreciate you coming, man. Taking out time,
bro. Absolutely, man.
Because you got a lot of things going on right now.
It's a lot happening, man. It's a lot happening, but y'all do too. I've been following y'all, man. This is exciting, bro.
Hey, man.
Y'all doing it the way it should be done, man. Very professional, very polished, very Durham. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. We appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Chuck, before we get into the questions, I just want to give a shout out to the entire Gunn family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I started out my sports career with his brother.
Pat.
Back in like 88. So I just want to give a real shout. I was like a recreational sports kid, but Pat was like real deal.
Yeah,
so
Big Bro is he a natural, man.
Yep. Yeah. And even I just remember these are my friends that I made when I first started, being into sports, and also your pops, man.
Yeah.
And I could just remember his face always being there around when we were growing up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Yeah, thank you. So, thank you, man. Pops, we miss you.
Yep. So I just remember J Gunn, like I say, always was younger around. But I will say we've had a mutual respect because you probably don't remember, but a lot of G-Hoes ago, probably like, I don't know, 12 years ago or something. You wore the shades all the time. And this is when you was J Gunn, you know what I'm saying? So we was on G.O., was on campus, and I was like, you would walk, you had some folks, which I was like, I wonder if he remember who I am or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't see his eyes. You know, a lot of times you don't speak man eyes, you really don't speak unless you can see him. Right. And then I walked past, he looked at me, he was like, yeah, what up, man? I was like, oh, okay. Remember, he do remember. So
that's that Durham nod.
Right. He gave me the nod. I was like, okay.
We never forget.
Yeah, right. So ever since then, me and J Gunn been good like that, man. It's been some years, but yeah.
So you got to remind me, where did your pops go to high school at?
Hillside.
And when did he graduate?
1960.
Okay.
Pops is old Durham all the way around.
Yeah. So I got a few. Like my mom was one of 8, and I know she was the baby sister, and she came out of Durham High. But I had two other aunts that actually went to Hillside. So I've heard the Gunn name before. You know, sometimes crazy story. Me and one of my guys, Jock, shout out to you. Didn't realize it after his mom passed away how cool his mom and my mom were actually in high school. Wow. You know, you start to find out stuff like, you know, like your grandparents used to watch them as kids. Yeah. And the city's only so small, so we've been here for generations. You already know there's some connection.
I love that about Durham, man. I be all over the city and meet somebody that might have went to high school with my pops or, you know, knew my brother or my sisters. Yeah. It's good to be home for that reason, man. For sure. Yeah,
all right, bro. Let's dive into it. Let's dive into the maturation.
I'm curious to see where y'all gonna start. I intentionally didn't ask what we was gonna talk about.
I appreciate that.
I'm jumping right in. Let's go.
So let's start with like a soundtrack. So I'm going to put on the Common. I Used to Love Her, right? That always gets people thinking about as far back as you can remember in hip hop. So for you, what was that moment that you fell in love with hip hop, and then what made you feel like you can do it?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's interesting you picked that Common song because that's one of the songs, right? Like I always thought that song was so visual. Like I could see everything that he was saying, right? It's a picture being painted. Yeah. And I gravitated to that type of hip hop at 6-7 years old, bro. And, you know, shout out to my big brother because, you know, Pat, we like 7 years apart, right? So 6 years apart, 6.5, something like that. But anyway, by the time I was 7 years old, he's about to go to high school, right? So that means by the time I'm in middle school, he got the car, he got the, you know, he's playing Outkast, you know what I mean?
He was ahead of the game as a youngin'.
Yeah, my friends were listening to, you know, Criss Cross or whatever. And I did too, but I also spent a lot of time with Nas, Wu-Tang, and all the Mobb Deep. Man, my brother was heavy on Mobb Deep.
Smith & Wesson and them.
Yes. Oh man, Boot Camp. My brother was a big Boot Camp fan, bro, and so. Really, my brother deserves a lot of the credit for me becoming an MC. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
And like the story I always tell is, you know, I was an annoying ass little kid, man, and my family probably still think I'm an annoying adult. But I wanted to be around my brother, right? Him and all his homeboys used to, you know, rap, ride around the car, cypher, and all that. And so I figured if I could come up with my little raps, they'll let me hang around. You know what I mean? And so my brother's homeboy Vince. Greg Harrison, you know, I just rap for them, and my brother wasn't really trying to hear it because he didn't want me around. You know what I mean? But they
like, get out of here.
Yeah, but they were like, "Damn, your little brother nice." You know what I mean? And so they would. B. Lloyd, rest in peace. B. Lloyd just passed, man. B. Lloyd would be like, "Yo, you wrote something else, right?" They were motivating me, right? And so that was just the initial was just like, I want to be around my big brother, man. So I'm gonna write these raps.
It's funny you say that because I'm gonna show my age a little bit, as I already did, because I said. When I was first introduced to you, you were Pat's little brother.
Yeah, no doubt.
The cat that used to run around whenever we would go out or do something. Oh, yeah, his brother come into the car before we go out. You know, something like that. Yeah. You know, then as things went by, that's J Gunn. And he started to separate himself. He's still Pat's little brother, but he got his own thing going on. Yeah. And then you start to see projects, and you start to hear the lyrics, and you like, Oh no, that's J Gunn.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Look. I know Pat. That's my guy. But that's J Gunn. You start to separate yourself to really, like you say, build your own platform.
Yeah.
So I seen it from that. So it's funny that you say that because I actually watched it.
Look, man, I appreciate that, and I think back to your point, Blink, about Pat and athletics, right? So I'm gonna bring that what you just said back to him too, because living in his shadow athletically was hard, bro. Because my brother was.
Oh yeah,
he's in all the record books.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I was happy to be there.
I'll tell a quick story. So I played football in the neighborhood, running around, and decided I wanted to go out and play for the Durham Eagles. Right? I was late. The season they had already been practicing. The season was about to start. Anyway, I came out. They're like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Joshua Gunn." They're like, "You Pat, little brother?" Oh, you ain't got where you can play. You can play. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. I disappointed them. I was trash.
You had to change your career,
Bro. So hip hop was a blessing because that's how I was able to carve out my niche and make my own name because it wasn't happening in sports. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So, is there anybody in your family that was in the music besides you?
Nah, man. I mean, my pops wanted to be a singer when he was young, and he grew up in the '60s, '50s, and '60s where doo-wop was big. His dream was always to be a singer and go live in New York and perform. He just wanted to be a nightclub singer. That was his thing, right?
But he was in the music though.
Yeah,
right?
he loved music. They was always playing music in the house, but by the time I was old enough, he was just singing at church and in the choir. You know what I mean? But not pursuing any sort of career.
Gotcha.
But yeah, music was just a part of.
So, question on that: how'd you get that off?
What you mean?
Hey, mom, dad, I want to rap.
Man, same story, bro. They wasn't really trying to hear it, you know what I mean? And it was, y'all remember when you could call into the radio and rap on the K97.5 had this thing called Roll Call.
Yeah.
And then they also had this thing called Freestyle Flow on 102 Jams where you could actually call in. Anybody could call in if you was the ninth caller, whatever, you get on a line.
You get a chance to freestyle or something.
So I would just call every night, you know what I mean? This is like 6th grade for me, 7th grade. I would call every single night and eventually I got on. And I killed it. So then the DJ, was the DJ on back then, man? It'll come to me in a second. But anyway, he calls the crib. Like, yo, your son is nice.
Wow.
Like, can we have him come to the station? You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that happened multiple times. That happened at Bro Rab and them show. That happened at DJ Sam's show. That happened at Big Doe show, so that just started to happen more.
Shout out to Bro Rab.
Yeah, big up Bro Rab, legend, Butter Team, the entire Butter Team is like my big brothers for real. And so it was just other people telling my parents that I had talent, you know what I mean? And they were just like, well, if he's good at it, then we'll see how far he can take it. You know what I mean?
One last question before I let Fred dive in. So, because I've heard prominent people give you validation.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah,
I'm from the Fontaines. I've heard cats.
No. Quote what they said.
Right.
Quote what they said. They said the guy is a prodigy.
Right.
Said he was a prodigy. Now that's saying a lot for another artist signed to a major label, right? Or signed to a label at the time, right? To say that this kid from North Carolina, he's a prodigy. They just saw you bodying people.
Yeah, man.
Right? Which is crazy. And sometimes I took it for granted because I heard about it at A&T. This is before I actually heard you. And I was like, yeah, okay, he bodying people in college, right? So, but I didn't actually hear you yet. So then when I did hear you, I was like, I don't know how you think of that. You know what I mean? It's just that. I don't know how you...
We talk about battle rap. J Gunn holding it down for Team Light Skin. I love it. I've been waiting on this.
All that's a part of the story, though, right?
Right. But look, hey. Guns held it down for Team Light Skin. Appreciate you.
Big up.
He held it down for cat. Look. He held it down for Durham.
Yeah.
When that cat was talking that smack.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Bow Wow.
But we also heard you been holding it down from the Jordan days, if I'm not mistaken, Spike.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Big up, bro.
So we go on. Spike got something to say real quick.
Come on, fam.
Little history.
Shout out to my brother J Gunn. You had to be the lunchtime Jordan days outside.
We live for that.
You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of that?
Third Day.
Third Day.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big up Slack, big up Killer K.
Absolutely. Tell them about that. Tell them about those days.
Yeah, bro, that was the best times, bro. The best of times, man. I'm gonna bring it back to something that happened recently too. So we would, you had 2 lunches at Jordan, A lunch, B lunch. We would go to both lunches, and I was.
Y'all did that at Jordan?
Of course. I was there to battle. I didn't care. I was in school to battle, basically. That was the only reason I went. And it was dope though, because it was cats that rap that really wanted to rap, and it was other cats that just wanted to get a rep in school, and I was chopping them down, bro. I mean, it's the best way I could describe it, man. And I really sharpened my skills doing that shit.
That's what's up.
It was battle rap was different then too, right? So it was all freestyle, right? And
Word.
Right. Yeah.
and we
Freestyling to that young age.
yeah, all freestyle.
Yeah.
And that's what gave me the advantage, because some cats would write their shit before they came.
Yeah.
And can I cuss on the pod?
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
A lot of cats would write their shit thinking that gave them an advantage, but that gives you a disadvantage, because if I hit you with something,
You ain't playing for it.
but you hit me with something, I've always been able to think quickly, so I'm just like, all right, I got you. You know what I mean? And I'll hit you what you wearing, your girl, like whatever I knew about you. I'm gonna hit you with it, right? And so, those are legendary times, man. And Spike mentioned my group at the time, which was Third Day. It was my man K Slack, big up Slack, and my man Killer K.
Okay.
Killer K, Richie is in there. I know Richie since I was 5 years old. No Slack since I was like 9 or 10. And Slack is an incredible producer. You know what I mean? Knife Wonder produced our first album along with Crisis and Nicolay.
Oh, Nicolay. Yeah.
So we started the album at, it was like 14 or 15. We started the album, and we just used to go to Knife's apartment. They were staying at Mission Valley Apartments, which is like a little off-campus NC State apartment, really like a motel kind of stuff. And they just had this little computer and a mic that was worse than this, worse quality than this. Like, this is a professional mic. They had like what you would go on stage with a little foam thing over the top.
Oh, man.
And I had already been recording. I recorded in super nice studios, and so I walked in here. I was like, "This is some bullshit, right?" But then I played my music for Knife, and Knife knew I could rhyme because he had judged some of the battles with me and Fonte, which we could talk about too. But he didn't like the beats, right? He's like, "Them beats is trash." So he started playing me some shit, and at that point, the dopest beats I'd ever heard. And watching him create, and we were again just the young guys around the older guys, just trying to get our raps off. You know what I mean? And so they would like give us throwaway studio time, right? Okay, Fonte just recorded, Legacy just recorded.
Done.
All right, pay us $40 and do your, you know what I mean? Do your thing.
Right.
But that ended up turning into our album, and so we ended up with we had 4 beats from Ninth, which by the time the album came out, you couldn't get 4 beats from Ninth. He had already done the Jay-Z album,
Brett was
Beyonce
already
album.
out. And,
Yeah, all that, right? And so it was really a fortunate situation, bro.
Wow.
So before we get any further, because we're still in the beginning stages of your career,
Yeah,
I got a question for you, because when we have guests, I like to do research on my guests. So I got a question for you, and this is funny, but what did the Elephant Show theme music have to do with the start of your career?
Yeah, my brother must have told you this shit.
Go on.
I mean, I don't know.
He said he like do research.
Hold on. Don't question our sources.
Yeah,
We got sources.
you got your ways. Look, man.
Elephant Show theme music. Y'all need to look at that, and I got a good laugh off of it. But I want to hear this.
I had a feeling he would slide something like that. And he told me he knew I was coming on here. Yeah, man, the Elephant Show theme song is Skidamarinky Dinky Dink. That's what it is. And I used to go, look, this should show you how long I've been. Yeah, that. Itsy Bitsy Spider, you know what I mean? I used to go door to door singing that and try to get money from people, man. I'm actually going to tell a story too that I don't know, God bless my pops. My pops passed in 2020, but if he was here, he probably wouldn't want me to tell this story, but this is a true story. So y'all know Durham has a whole lot of liquor houses.
Do we?
So my pops maybe frequented those places from time to time, and sometimes he would have to take me with him. And so that's also how I entertained all the people in there while they was, at the liquor house.
Oh, you were those baby, yeah.
I was a liquor house baby, right? Like, so that's where the first time I performed that song was at a liquor house overall. So I won't say where it's at, but so.
He kept you around to get out of trouble, too.
Yeah, my mom would make him take me like, well, if you're going to go out, you better, thinking that would keep him from going to the liquor house. Just took me with him.
Since we talking about back in the day, I mean, you got the luxury of having a good last name to where you could basically use your name,
or a bad one because you got to do something with it. You know what I mean?
Were you always Josh Gunn, or did you start off?
So I was Baby J in the beginning.
Okay,
so that was my rap name, Baby J, because I was a kid, right? But then it was a DJ on 102 Jams had the same name. And so I was like,
Baby J.
Yeah, but I was like, it's local. It don't really matter.
Right.
And then 6th grade, I went to a studio, and it was this cat named Eli Brown. Big up, Mr. Brown. Had a really dope studio in his crib, and he was working with this producer named Mike City.
Yeah, we know
Mike City.
Oh yeah, used to cut my hair.
Yep.
Mike City, you cut your hair?
Yeah. Mike City.
Oh, your hair.
His brother. I mean, his daddy.
I saw him. I could see him say it. I could hear you say it. Yeah, Mike Flowers. Yeah, I didn't know he cut hair.
Whose beat did he do?
He did the Carl Thomas.
Carl Thomas, I wish.
Yeah.
He
He did a lot on Brandy. He
did Sunshine
Anderson.
Yeah. It was, bro. He
That was
did
Barbershop. Him and his dad ran.
Flowers. That's their last.
Was that?
It was originally his song.
Yeah. All his shit he wrote, and so he's a 100%er, which in the game that means wrote, produce, record
all the way through.
He's a 100%er. That's why he's still doing very well.
Shout out, man.
So yeah, he did a bunch of shit. Grammys. He worked with Michael Jackson, Carl Thomas, Dave Hollister, Brandy, Blackstreet. Yeah, bro. But at the time, he had just left Central or graduated from Central, so he was doing some work at Eli crib. I rapped for him. He immediately was like, "You and me," right? And so this is before the ninth shit.
That's great.
Which is some of the beats that Knife said he didn't like. So I'm another story, man. But and anyway, that night, the second night I was over there, Big Daddy Kane came.
Wow.
And this is still
That's when Kane was living in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Kane still lives here. Yeah. He was living in Durham then, but he still lives in the area. But anyway, he came in and I'm like, shit, that's Big Daddy Kane. Being from Durham, you don't really see a lot of
My cousin was dating him, but that's a whole nother
I need to hear that story. Yeah, I don't know if we don't put that.
I don't even know the cousin's name. I don't even know the cousin's name.
Anyway, long story short, I got a spit for him. I did a verse, and in the verse, I said, "Bitch, it's J Gunn." Like, you know what I mean? Like that was gonna be. How rappers got their one name and then the other name. And so he was like, "Why you keep going by Baby J? That's a way better name." He's like, "Go by J Gunn." And so Big Daddy Kane said so.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was it.
That's what's up.
Whoa,
Dang.
And I was like, "That's my real name." He's like, "That's even more."
Yeah.
Be yourself.
J Gunn.
Yo, you got Kane that blessed you with.
Kane basically
Put a
told me
stamp
to change my
on it.
name.
Put a stamp on it.
Wow, that's history.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So let's.
And then he bodied me on the verse. I thought he was old and couldn't do me.
We couldn't do this. What year was this around? What?
This would have been 6th grade for me would have been 90.
4, 5, 6.
No, 96, 97, something like that. Yeah.
Oh,
What was that era? Yeah.
So let me ask you this: everybody's seen the movie Butterfly Effect, right? With Ashton Kutcher back in the day, where you think you could go back in time and change one thing in it, and everything just ripples after that. So we're not going to go backwards in time, but we just want to think like we're back in the 90s again, right? And we want to know like maybe one or two artists locally that you felt like influenced you, right? Because we're looking for the spark. Because everybody, they path, it kind of sways, it goes back and forth. But like, who were some of the local artists back in North Carolina or even Durham back in then that influenced you that we could also give a shout out to?
Man,
right?
One artist that y'all might not know unless you really was into Durham hip hop in the 90s is an artist named Flawless. I don't know if y'all know Flawless. Yeah. Flawless is the flyest cat in the world, like dressing, everything, like
Flawless,
and had all the girls, and so like, and he could rhyme, bro. Like he was dumb nice and had his own style, real unique flow, cool ass voice, and played a guitar. He played live instruments. So like, if you ask like locally who really inspired me, and I'm 11, 12, 13, like, damn, this is the flyest nigga I ever seen in Durham, right? So Flawless is one. Flawless ended up getting signed with Camp Low. He did some stuff with Ski Beats.
I know you're talking about, man.
He had a great run, man. Arguably his own legend for sure, but Flawless definitely inspired me, probably more than any Durham rapper.
That's what's up, yo. That's what's up.
All right. Well, folks, now we go into segment 2, the music journey, right?
Come on now.
All right. So this
I'm nervous about where we going.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Right?
Yeah, y'all the softball so far.
So this is really talking about like North Carolina won't always get in respect like it gets now. Like you know, so like talk about some of the challenges and some of the pushback that you would get. You know, when you let people even know where you're from. You know.
Yeah, saying like you just said, bro. Nobody had even heard of rap from North Carolina at the time, right? So we like there have been a few people like there's a group called Yag Fu Front that had a major.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like when I was a kid, if there was anybody else. It wasn't really anybody from Durham.
It was scarce.
That was known.
Little Yachty, he did some.
Yachty was doing his thing, but
Yeah,
me and Yachty were kind of the same time period.
Yeah.
Lil Yacht. Not Lil
Yacht. Yeah.
I said, wait a minute. Yeah, I was like, it's a difference.
The superstar.
It was it was no way that anybody I talked to thought I could do anything with rap, right? Like you either had to be from New York, you had to move to New York, and I was a kid, so I couldn't do that, right? I couldn't just fucking. I mean,
That's crazy.
Couldn't do that, so I was here trying to make it happen, and it was difficult. But what I think we ended up focusing on was just building our own scene, and that's why. What you said about North Carolina getting some notoriety, I think that's what everybody had to do. Anybody, even like the biggest artists from North Carolina, other than Cole, because Cole went to school in New York, and that that was different. Right. But like you think about like the Baby, I've known the Baby since he was Baby Jesus was his rap name for a while.
Yeah.
He was running around making it happen on his own, right?
Yeah,
building his own situation in North Carolina, right?
I seen that dude walking around in the Pampa at CIAA.
Yeah.
By the next year, he had blown up.
Yeah, he did. I met him at South by Southwest in a Pamper too. Yeah,
Houston, right?
Austin. Yeah,
Austin.
Yeah, and I thought he was crazy, but it worked, right? You know what I mean? Like Rhapsody had to do the same. Like there's a lot of people who. So I think back to the time, it was difficult, bro, and everybody thought it was impossible. Yeah. But it was an advantage because if you think it's impossible, then shit, we got nothing to lose.
You know what I mean? Nothing to lose.
Let me tell you, I'm glad you mentioned Rhapsody, right? Because I still don't think enough men give her enough credit. Okay, I listened to that track with On Complexion with her and Kendrick Lamar, and I've had that song on repeat a few times. But when I tell you she bodied that track,
masterful,
like masterful, right? She is a lyricist. She is a true lyricist.
Yeah, and I think I mean, man, we got our reasons. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
The industry being what it is, certain women artists get overlooked because of things they don't present.
Right.
Exactly.
So let's talk about this. We gonna get up on the transition, right? So now you're in your 20s or 30s. You're doing your thing with music, but now you're also becoming a business leader, right? Yeah. So sometimes I'll do business consulting for people who trying to start off a small business, and some of the things you usually direct them to is like when they got their doors open, even before then, is go rock with your Chamber of Commerce, inquire and get involved and stuff like that. Can you kind of talk about that, but also talk about the difficulty in balancing being an artist and a leader in the business space? Yeah,
man. I'll start by saying I got into that space by accident, right? So like the Chamber of Commerce world was not, I didn't even know what a Chamber of Commerce was, right?
Can you explain to the folks?
It's essentially just a business advocacy organization, right? So it's primarily consists of small businesses, but major companies are part of chambers as well. Just a way for so if you are CEO of a company, right, you might have a legal issue, right? You might want to challenge legislation, right? It's probably not a good look for the CEO of the company to go and directly challenge that legislation. There's too much at risk, right, for their own reputation. So they started chambers so that they could collectively advocate, right? And so no one single business has to go up and say, we think this tax policy is anti-business. The chamber can go and say, I represent 3,000 businesses, and here's what they have to say.
Gotcha.
So that's essentially what they exist to do. The piece that got me most interested is the economic development piece, right? So, and how I got there was just being from Durham and caring about Durham, right? So I left Durham for many years, came back, moved downtown Durham in 2013. got a little condo on Main Street, and just was like, how the fuck does Durham go from a place where our downtown was dead, nobody really was talking about it, to the condo I had? There was One City Center was about to be built across the street. There's gonna be 14 stories, 40 stories? I can't remember how tall that building is. Anyway, it's a 40-story building going up across the street in my town. How the hell does that happen? Right. What does that mean?
$1 million condos.
$1 million condos in downtown Durham, which for those of us who grew up here, that sounds crazy.
Crazy.
Unheard of.
Crazy.
But I may be different from other folks' opinion on it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was like, damn, it's dope to me that people want to live here. It's dope to me that the city is growing, right? I'd rather that than what it was when I was when I was in high school. It wasn't growing. It wasn't a place you wanted to be in.
You didn't want to go down there.
Right. So it's a better narrative for Durham than, killing and death and gangs and shit, and that's what we were known for, right? So I was like, how does this happen? I want to lean into it, and I just I think leverage the name that I built through music to get into spaces and ask questions. You know what I mean? And so that led me to a job offer from the Chamber in 2016. My daughter was about to be born, so healthcare sounded real cool. You know what I mean? There's no healthcare in the rap game, and so
So J Gunn, how did you balance all that? Because I remember that time when this was before you. I remember you left. I think it was Chicago.
This all before that.
That's what I'm saying. So how did you balance that? Because I remember you had, the baby. You still were doing music, and you were starting this new career. How did you balance all of that? I was doing that, doing music, trying to start a company, started a festival, started a co-working space. AOC, right?
All at the same
AOC,
time. Not AOC. We started Black August in the Park.
Black August, okay.
But the question of balancing it—that's an interesting one. Right before my first day at the Chamber, I was like, how am I going to walk in here, man? Everybody in that space knew me as J Gunn, right? Right. Am I about to walk in, suit and tie on and create a whole nother person? Or am I going to figure out how to just be J Gunn in all these spaces?
Authentic.
You know what I mean? And so, shout out to my wife, by the way, because she gave me a pep talk on the way. And I wore a suit and tie my first day. I came home and, I got dressed like this, right? And so the next morning, get ready to go to work. She's like, put your chain on. I was like, I can't wear my chain to the Chamber, man. She was like, I got recruited for the job, right? I didn't go and ask her. Right. Yeah. She's like, they wanted you, right? Yeah. So show up as you are, show up as J Gunn. And so that pep talk is how I entered all those spaces. And so it didn't necessarily feel like balance. It just felt like being myself in different spaces.
Wow. That's what's up.
That's always a good feeling.
I like that you said that, because I remind my fellow potters of that as well, because we're getting to the point now where we're being approached. Yeah. And people are actually approaching us like, hey, can we come on the pod? Or I want to present this on the pod, things like that. And, not to point anybody out, but it's just our human nature to try to, okay, well, this person's coming, let's switch up a little bit, or let's, and it's like, no, they approached us because they liked us, our authenticity. Right. Like, this is what they like. So we're going to be ourselves when we actually do the interview with them. We want to, this is what attracted you to us. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, so why should we try to change ourselves just because you're coming into our element to where you actually want to be a part of our element?
And I think the times that I have change myself to try to fit into a box are some of the biggest mistakes I ever made. Yeah, because your authenticity is what makes you. That's your value. You know what I mean? That's a gem. The times when I have stifled that, I'm like, I look back like I should have showed up this way. Yeah, and if you lose, at least you showed up as yourself.
Look, I feel like I posted a Facebook comment about this because a lot of times I delete a whole lot of stuff, but I'll put it in draft because I'm talking to myself. And I'm like, trust your instinct, right? Because you can never really be mad at believing in yourself and trusting what your gut tells you. But if you don't listen to it, you're gonna be saying, I should have. I should have. You know what I mean?
Especially if somebody else do the same thing that you did.
The same thing.
Move on. You know
the same thing. Let me give you a great example of I heard of Bell Biv DeVoe, right? Yeah. With their second album, they said that it was like Hootie something.
Hootie back.
And they said at that time like they was really heavy in the green business, marijuana. Like that's what they was on. They said that whole thing kicked off, and they said they felt bad because they weren't being true to who they were. Right. So you whoever you are, whoever that is, the people that are following you, following for that reason. That's so you do have to.
Yeah, that's a gem. That's a gem, bro. That's a gem, man.
So let's still talk about how often are you still able to focus on your craft? Are you still writing
Yeah.
while you're also having that Monday through Friday job?
Yeah,
What
it's
does that
not.
look like?
It's not as easy as it used to be.
I don't want to interrupt you real quick, but can we tell what that Monday through Friday job?
Yeah,
is?
of course, man. Yeah, hell yeah, yeah. I'm the director of economic development for the city of Durham.
Come on now. Yeah. Come on now. I want to make sure Hey, not only does he write raps,
Yeah,
He directs downtown Durham.
I'm trying to grow the city, man.
that's huge, man. That's huge.
And it's a blessing to have like your passion for your place combined with your career, man. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, I ain't that I'm proud of that. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
sir.
That's
awesome.
that's a big thing.
And the city's
But-
growing.
Hey, we moving, yeah. We got a lot of opportunity, a lot of challenges as well, but you know, that's any city. And growth brings challenges too that we have to figure out. But shit, Fred, I write as much as I can, you know what I mean, a few times a week.
Okay.
But sometimes, so this has been the case my whole life though. Sometimes I get super inspired and I'm writing 3-4 songs a day, right? And so
That's what's up.
and when that happens, that's when I know, okay, I need to do an album now, right? Like the rest of the time, it's like, you know, it's like the off season. I'm just shooting jumpers, right? Just staying sharp.
Right.
But once you get that inspiration, it's the playoffs, right? It's time to
So
it's time to go to work.
break that down, because like I've heard stuff like people talk about Tupac, how he would just go and just have sessions like when you're doing your writing, are you focused on literally just writing bars? Are you doing the hooks? Are you doing the full treatment? Like, what does your method look like?
Typically, the beat inspires the rhymes, right? You know what I
Okay.
mean? And that came from like early in my career, not rapping the beats and not being like in pocket and like having people like Ninth and Mike City like, yo, bro, what you saying is dope, but it's not in pocket,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I always write to a beat, even if I'm not going to use that particular beat, just to give me the inspiration. And I'm always writing songs. Like when I was battle rapping, I used to just write 16s, just to have a bunch of 16s.
Right.
But now I'm always writing songs.
How you transition from battle rapping to making a whole song? Like, I know it's got to be hard.
Yeah, God mentioned Knife again. Did a song with Knife, and I didn't have no hook. Couldn't think of a hook. Verses was dope. Knife was doing this mixtape at the time called Mr. Dream Merchant, which eventually came out. But this was like in this Napster era where everything was free.
Yeah.
Anyway, did the song, left, went home. He was like, I'm gonna play the song for you. He had like cut up my lyrics into a hook, right? And he was like, but he just kind of mapped out for me like what wasn't connecting with the verses into the hook, and you know, then watching guys like Fonte record, which Fonte is a dope rapper, dope battle rapper, but overall songwriter. You know what I mean? And so just realizing that like where battle rap had taken me had a ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, and where I wanted to go, I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to be, I wanted to have classic albums.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And so,
You were looking for the artist.
yeah, I wanted to do the shit to be an artist, man. And battle rap, it got kind of corny to me anyway. So no disrespect to anybody who does battle rap, but the theatrics of it and like it's all planned out and prepared, and like, you know, you write, you know who you battling 3 months in the future, so you write and prepare and just create. It's like a spoken word battle now, right?
Yeah.
So I saw that transition and was just like, I prefer making music anyway.
So, real quick, since we're on battle rap, I know you said you might touch on it a little bit with Fonte and the battle rap situation. So let's talk about it.
I've heard that story.
This the one thing that I wish was on tape, man. Because depending on what room I'm in, there's people that don't believe this story. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because Fonte is a known quantity here in North Carolina, but bro, I've had the chance to travel all over the world doing music, and he's legendary all over the world, right? And so, if you mention this story in Seoul, Korea, which I have, and they like, you ain't fucking battle Fonte, bro. But the truth is, we was both just trying to come up at the time,
Right.
So I mentioned DJ Samps a second ago. Samps had a show on WXDU, which is Duke's college radio station.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Big Samps is a legend, man. Everybody that I'm talking about owes a lot to Samps. Everybody that's ever come to North Carolina.
I just appreciate you giving a shout out to something that got Duke attached to it.
Nah, you know, DOOK.
Hey, you know you can be, buddy.
He don't. Sam's a Carolina fan.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, they did this battle. Him and Big Doe,
sir.
also one of those guys.
Yeah.
Big up Doe. They launched this thing called Duel of the Iron Mics.
Okay.
It was a freestyle battle structured like a college basketball tournament, right? And so the first one I won. So this was like the first public battle that people see me. I was 14, battling grown men. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Talk about it.
Prodigy.
Talk that shit.
Got dropped off at the Cat's Cradle by myself.
Come on,
Cat's
now.
Cradle, that's that shit.
My mom is watching. If she watching, she'll know that was a wild thing to do. Drop a 14-year-old by himself at a freestyle battle. But it went in there and cooked. Won $100, which was like a lot of money to me at the time. And so I came back for the second one, won that one, and then the one in between that, Fonte had won. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. And so they built this big one up at the Armory. Where they're like, we're gonna get Gunn, we're gonna get Fonte, and we're gonna orchestrate this thing. I had never heard Tay rap though, because I didn't go to my mom would let me go to the last one for some reason. Right. Anyway, so I see Tay, and I told him this story, so I ain't talking shit behind his back. Tay had on like a mock neck sweater and some Durango boots.
That's how we used to do.
And if y'all know Tay is a performer, man. He was like dancing, like they were playing music. He was just
in Durango.
And I'm like, that's the dude. This is easy. I was just done, right? You're a teenager, you naive, you just super confident, bro.
Tims on.
I don't know what I had. A hoodie. I always battled in hoodies, so I probably had a hoodie.
You was on it.
I mean, I was really far. Like, this is gonna be easy work. Just because I never lost a battle before then. At any like a local battle, never lost before. So overconfident. I run through the competition. All of my shit. Get to the finals, and Tay ran through all his competition.
Right.
And so we go probably like 8 rounds.
Wow.
So the way the battle was structured, it was just 2 rounds, right? So the way they did it was, the first round you just spit your 16 about your opponent. Second round they spit their 16 about you. I mean, they spit back at you. Then the second round they give you a topic, right? So it might be sneakers, and you got to figure out a way to incorporate sneakers into your rhyme and still dish your opponent. So we did that, and it was a tie. So they was like, y'all just got to keep going. So it was a tie again. Judges couldn't make a decision. Now let me tell you the mistake I made to set myself up. So Terminator X, who was Public Enemy's DJ, was my manager at the time.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah, but I got so many stories. He still stay in Durham. He has a farm in Oxford, though.
There you go. I knew what's up.
Which is where this story is going, which I got fucked up. So I met Tay right before, because it's like, that's the guy you got to look out for. So I'm like, what's up, man? Gunn? He's like, yeah, we was chopping it up. And he was like, I heard Terminator X was managing you now. And I was like, yeah. He's like, what's he doing in Durham? And I was like, man, he has an ostrich farm. Right? So he moved down here to raise ostriches.
Here it comes.
Selling the eggs.
I thought I was innocent. Okay, I'm a teenager, man. Just tell So anyway, we get to this last round. Nobody could win.
He got you on the ostrich.
And he said something like something so preposterous. He said, "I'm gonna send you back home to Terminator X and the fucking ostriches." Whole crowd just, you know what I mean? And so that rest is history, man.
Oh man!
He took the bullet and put it in the chamber.
Oh, man.
And he held it for 8 rounds. You know what I mean? Like we kept.
He held it to when he needed it.
Yeah, and it was a knockout blow.
And keep in mind,
I learned never to tell nobody nothing about me in battle ever again.
Fonte was in college. You were in high school.
Fonte was in college. He was senior at Central something.
I could imagine walking around the halls of Jordan and you out here battling Fonte in the gas cradles. You know.
So speaking of that though, like how back in the day, like you that nigga, right, beating everybody and rhyming and going back to school.
Right. Yeah.
I know the love.
The love and the hate. The love and the hate.
Yeah,
this is Durham. So
the love and the hate was going on. And like, everybody, you become a target, bro, because your reputation in high school is everything, man. All you really want to be is cool. Like, if whatever it is, if you hoop, that's the one thing you got. That's
I still judge motherfuckers by high school.
Right. I mean, a lot of people build their rep in high school. And so people coming at me like every day. So they can
But you know what? There's something funny you just said. You just said you would never tell anybody anything like that, especially if you're in a battle situation. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because I heard Wale say the same thing about J. Cole. Wale said the same thing about the false prophets. Yeah. He said he dropped that track like maybe 2-3 days after they got off the phone call. Now I don't know Cole and Cole said no, this ain't had nothing to do with it too. But it did. Everybody in the world.
You could tell that verse about Wale.
It was.
So when you say that, I'm just like,
careful,
because a great artist don't need much ammunition and they don't need much time.
I know.
So as an artist, like, can you tell us, like, whether it's a body of work, whether it's something that you've done, volunteer efforts, like, what is the thing that you've done as an artist that you've actually been the most proud about? Not as a dad, not as a person who has a job, but as an artist, what are you most proud of?
Proud moment.
Man, it's a lot. It's a lot, but I'm gonna just jump to the first thing that popped into my head. I started in a show on BET called Music Moguls.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And,
I got a question about that.
What I was most proud of is that I convinced them to film in Durham, right? Because I really wanted to. So Dame Dash I was working with Dame at the time. Dame was living in Charlotte.
That was
we're gonna film all this shit in Charlotte. I worked real hard to convince them to film it in Durham. And that's when I had the condo on Main Street. And we needed like this little rugged looking setup. You know, Durham got a lot of those, right? Warehouses and shit. So I sent the producer, Lemmy Plummer was a producer who owns Zeus TV now.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I sent Lemmy a text like, "Hey, bro, check this scene out," right? You know what I mean? Because my strategy was if I can get them to come to Durham, we could put the city in a greater light. We can get more visibility. And so I'm really proud of that, man. They filmed most of our parts in the Bull. So
That was solid.
Wait,
No, he got into my question. I was about to ask, how was it working with Dame during that time?
working with Dame was cool as hell to me, man. Like, like Dame has a certain character on social media, and who he is off social media is very different.
Okay.
He has a passion. So like,
Yeah, he's still confident, still cocky and passionate,
He's
and
Harlem.
fun, and he's still Harlem.
And a genius, man.
Yeah, Dame is. You can't. The work that Dame has. The other thing that Dame always talks about is like, I think Dame is 56 now, 56.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And he's like, bro, all of the shit that I did before I was 40. Right? And so it's like people people spending a lot of time now trying to judge him over the last 10 years.
I don't.
But you can't forget what he did from age 20 to age 40. Right? You know what I'm saying? And so I got a lot of respect for Dame. We had a good run together. We still keep in contact. Dame has met my kids, been in my crib. Like, I met his kids, been to his crib. We have a real friendship. You know what I'm saying? And that's before we knew we were going to do a BET show. Like, you know what I mean? We just had, I met him at 102 Jams.
Okay.
My man Ab, I don't know if y'all know Ab. Morgan Pascal, another Durham guy, was my videographer, right? So he was just capturing all the shit that I was doing. He called me, was like, bro, Dame Dash at 102 Jams, you should come up here and rap. You know what I mean? Because
Why not?
That's how we were, right? If there's an opportunity,
Right.
Dame.
go rap. You know what I mean? And so I drove to Greensboro, met Dame, and rap, played some music. But that was cool. But the thing that we clicked up on was our taste in other music besides hip hop. And so I had sampled this guy named Citizen Cope.
You shocked him with that.
Yeah, he was like, "What the fuck you know about Citizen Cope?"
I remember him talking about it on the episodes.
Yeah. And Cope is like one of Dame's best friends.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And so, and he's an indie rock artist. He's not somebody that you would know off of the,
Right.
but he's super talented. And so we really connected off that. I was just like, and since then we've been, friends. I took his son with me on tour in Europe. And,
It don't take a lot, man. And you find that one thing you got in common with somebody that can get y'all to jail.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all it really takes.
Right.
Now I'm gonna tell you a proud moment for me of you.
Oh, okay.
Is when that man Shad Moss was talking all that smack about the Bull,
Yeah.
and I was waiting to see who was going to stand up.
Right.
And when it was you that stood up, that was for me. That was a proud moment for the city.
I ain't even really want to do that shit,
I know
but
you
I
did.
had to though, right?
You had to.
Because
I remember the situation, but what really happened? I can't.
it really nothing happened. So we were both on that show, Music Moguls, together. And if y'all know, do y'all know what comes on Zeus Network?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Drama.
The Music Moguls was the opposite of that, right? And so I think, and I'm gonna put word in Lemmy's mouth, but I think Music Moguls not doing what we wanted it to do is the reason why he pivoted to doing ratchet shit. Because our goal for Music Moguls was to present these icons, right? It was Birdman, Snoop, Jermaine Dupri, Dame.
Right.
Gotcha.
In a positive way, like show that they have families, that they doing different things, they working with artists. And it was little to no drama on the show. So we filmed it, shopped it to Network. Network was like, man, this is cool, but ain't nobody throwing no bottles, ain't nobody arguing.
I hate that, man. That's what they want.
Want the drama?
Yeah.
So the one thing that they had to promote the show was a clip where Jermaine and Bow Wow were in the studio, and they're like, what's Dame doing? And they said, oh, he working with some artist from Durham.
And they clowned it,
And
right?
Bow Wow was like, Durham?
Yeah, I remember.
He was like, ain't shit cracking in Durham.
Yeah, I remember.
He was on his.
And that was the trailer, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at the crib telling everybody, yo, I want to show on BT. The trailer about to drop tomorrow. I hadn't seen it. So I play it. It's like 10 or 12 people at the crib. And that's the fucking scene. So they gassed me up, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and cook 'em.
And you cook.
Yeah.
But it was like it's Bow Wow though, right? So it wasn't like.
And you battling Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, but it's just like
he wrote his rhymes.
The reason I didn't want to do it because I was like, that's not a real
rapper
challenge. You know what I'm saying? But I had to step. I had to put on for the city, and I appreciate that people loved it. I still perform that shit. I still get love for it. And it was
holding down, baby.
Yeah, and we saw Bow Wow again after that at the BET Awards, and he know who the fuck Durham is now.
You know about the So let me ask you a quick question. Yeah. So how you feel about the music space kind of in hip hop, as far as like streaming, from back in the day, from where like CDs, tapes, and different
you had to drive to Greensboro to see that.
Yeah, I hate streaming, man. I hate it, bro. It's great for the fans because music is in the palm of your hand. You get anything you want, man. It's terrible for artists, bro. It's terrible for artists. Like I know cats that do. Say if I told you today that I've had millions of streams, you would think I made millions of dollars off those streams.
Right.
North Cac, which is the single y'all playing earlier with me and G Yamazawa. I remember when we did 1 million streams the first day. Wow. So I'm like, we about to be out of here.
Right.
Look, I'm shopping in my mind.
Cashed out.
So G hit me. Hey, man. Made $2,500. Here go your part.
Yeah. You got to split.
Hey, we got split 4 of us on the song, right? And that was the first exposure to like this is bullshit. You get like a fraction of a penny per stream.
That's crazy,
right? You don't get any of the other royalties that are associated with the music, right? You just get that little fraction of a penny. Spotify gets all the subscription dollars.
All of it.
It's really a technology company, right? It's not even a music company,
right?
Mm-hmm. And so I hate streaming from that standpoint. Mm-hmm. What it has done, though, is it's made live performances better.
Right.
I think because people have so much access to the music on their phone, they find artists, they discover artists, and that's where we can make our revenue.
Yeah. Look, I love the annual wrap ups that they do on Apple and Spotify.
Get deal like
so come to find out, I'm Terrence Martin, great jazz musician.
Yeah,
I'm one of his top 1,000 highest listeners.
Dope.
Right, so I'm gonna give a shout out.
Big up Terrence Martin.
But honestly, like I listen to like 100. What is it? It's like 100,000 minutes that I'm listening. I listen to music even when I go to sleep.
Me too.
I'll put my headphones on, and that's how I zone out. I know you are.
Music. Me too. I'm always listening to shit, right?
In the shower.
But somebody did some math for me recently that I want to present to the group. Get y'all. I've been thinking a lot about this. He was like, I'm really still getting ripped off of my Spotify subscription. Mm-hmm. And here's how he put the math together, right? He pays like $20 and what is the Spotify? $16 a month, right?
Yeah, so something like that, yeah.
And he was like going back over the stuff he was listening to. He's like, I probably only listened to like 5 or 6 albums this year that I wouldn't have already had.
Wow.
Right? 5 or 6 new albums.
That's crazy.
Right? Because think about the CD era. You bought the CD. You got this collection. He's like, most of the stuff that I listen to now, I had on CD already.
Right.
And so if the album is $10, I'm only getting 5 albums for my, what is that, 120 a year, right? Yeah. So they really, Spotify's still ripping us off. But it feels like, you have unlimited access to the music.
You do.
But in your wrap up, you listen to Terrence Martin, whole lot of fucking times.
A whole lot of times.
And if you had the CD, you would have bought it one time.
Right.
The only thing, like I say, like now with streaming, it gives you a chance to listen to artists that you
wouldn't have discovered. Yeah, it's beautiful from that standpoint.
Yeah, as far as like, and you can like have a cult base, like you know what I'm saying.
And you can perform and you can tour, you can build on.
Yeah, that's the only thing that you have access to listen to people that you don't have to read in the source of magazines. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
see, I miss all that shit.
I do. Yeah, I miss opening up the book,
reading the lyrics,
reading the credits,
reading who produced it.
You know how many crashes somebody had driving with a CD?
Yeah, right.
Like just trying to find a CD just to put in, just to go to the next spot.
Yeah.
Like that's.
And I know we showing our age, but that was the times, bro. Like that's the music. You value the music more too.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Like one of the things that pisses me off now is I see this happen all the time. An album like Wale album dropped, right? Mm-hmm. And I love Wale's album, by the way. I think that shit is dope.
That shit dope.
Yeah, is dope. But I see people say the words "was dope" they'll hear a new album. Like I listened to that Wale, that shit was dope.
Last week, 2 weeks.
I listened to that Wale last week. That shit was dope.
I see your point.
It's throwaway music.
Yeah.
Man, we
It's
used to
because it's
listen
free
to
to
it
you.
here,
It's
too.
free.
You know what I mean? You would never say Illmatic was dope. Illmatic is dope because you went out and paid money to buy the physical copy.
And at that age, I didn't have money but to buy a CD or
bro.
a single.
So
I played
one at a
that. Whatever I just bought, that's what I'm listening
And then I'm
to.
gonna tell you what I do miss though. I used to read like the credits, like when they get shout outs. So they give somebody
Oh,
a
yeah,
shout out.
I love the shout
I look
outs.
that motherfucker up
Yep.
just to see what he got music
You
on.
be walking through Blockbuster Music,
Yeah,
Camelot,
all that
yeah,
shit,
right?
yo.
Yeah, like
Man, I used to like.
I used to spend a lot of time. Yeah, I'm like you. I used to spend a lot of time trying to figure out where the samples actually came
where
from.
it came from. That's all my knowledge came
Or
from.
sometimes
bro.
you'll buy an album based on just the cover.
That was me.
It looked dope
Yeah.
to me, so I'm about to listen.
Well, check it
just
out.
because
Yeah.
the cover
Man,
is
I
crazy.
I bought an album. I bought an album called Screwball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one joint.
It's from Queensbridge.
Exactly.
All because Nas put it on his album.
And they had that one song that was a
That shit
banger.
was dope. Like, I
It was
forgot.
called "Fuck All Y'all Bitches."
Hey, yo, that shit.
Primo produced it.
Yeah, come up with the whole album.
Yeah.
out there, bro.
Let me say
All
this
that
though,
shit,
that
man.
cosign was important because I would have never got half a mill's album if it wasn't for AZ.
was for AZ.
Right? I would have never gotten half a mil.
This is true, bro.
Bro,
Big
half
up,
a mil.
big up AZ.
AZ.
Boy, what's your other dude from Queensbridge we was on because of
Nation,
Nation.
Cormega.
Nah,
Me and you,
Nate watched the documentary.
Oh, you talking about I Am 3, Infamous Mob.
Infamous Mob.
That was Mob
Infamous
Deep.
Mob,
That was Mob
Big
Deep.
Noise.
True.
Yeah, all of
And if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't know Prodigy. Not Prodigy, but Alchemist. Alchemist
yeah.
produced their whole
Yeah,
album.
back then.
Mobb Deep put Alchemist on.
They really did.
That's
Yeah.
how
We did not know he was from the West Coast.
Nobody I didn't know
You
that.
definitely didn't know he was white.
know that.
Ain't nobody know that he came from.
I thought it was from New York.
Nah, he came from your boy now. What's that was a Latino dude.
Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he up under them. He
that.
grew up under what's the dude from Cypress Hill that did all their beats though?
DJ Muggs.
Yep,
Muggs, yeah.
Muggs not taught him, but that's where he came
Yeah.
up under their cloth.
Yeah, big up Bugs.
Yeah.
So before we shift off of music, what's in your Serato right now? What you listening to?
J Gunn.
Yeah. So I'm working on a new album. So when I do that, I'm mostly listening to the songs I just made, just to try to figure out what works. So listen to a lot of that. I like the Wale album a lot. Yeah. So one of the reasons I like the Wale album is the maturity on it.
Yes.
Like I got into a lot of arguments with people about the Drake Kendrick beef. And what I was saying, I'm just putting controversial shit out there for y'all. What I was saying was, it's not that I don't like Drake. It's just that Drake is the exact same artist now that he was when I was in school.
Yep.
Okay.
Right? He's still in the strip club, still chasing the strippers, still tricking off on the girls. It's like the same content, and he's 40 years old, right?
Yeah.
And so what I like about Wale's album, I think Wale is 40 something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 40-year-old album.
It's some growth in that.
And he's honest. He's vulnerable about the fact that like my mama want me to be married. I'm not married.
Right.
Like
They don't love me like you, mama.
yeah, right.
That's my shit right
So anyway, that's why I like that project. And so Big Crit just dropped this week. I'm still trying to digest Crit.
I ain't never listened to Crit.
Crit one of my favorite rappers.
I didn't
bro.
know he dropped this week.
The new album, I'm still warming up to it, so I'm playing that a lot. See how I feel.
What is it? Booby Miles? I had that joint on repeat.
Miles, yeah,
Bruh, that was a classic.
That new Mob hard.
the new Mob, yeah.
Definitely hard.
The new Mob got me through. I was in Greensboro for some work a couple weeks ago, and I'm working out, trying to look like Beezy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay healthy, and that Mob got me through a lot of gym sessions.
You better work out more.
That was dope. I'm coming for you, Bees. Pause.
So let's go into the culture. Let's talk about the city of Durham, right? So now we kind of sliding off of music, and we looking for leaders in Durham to kind of tell us their vision. Like, where do you see Durham going within like the next 5 to 10 years from the business aspect? Yeah. And let's talk about it from layman's term, right? We're talking about someone who not even graduated from a 4-year degree, right? But they gotta survive in a city where, due to gentrification and everything else, a lot of people are having to move out. Like, what skills do they need? Where do they need to go? Like, what is life going to look like for them?
Man, I'm glad you brought that to that. So the primary industry for Durham, maybe this is intuitive, but maybe not, is life science, right? So what life science is pharmaceuticals, drug manufacturing, light manufacturing, biotechnology, biopharma. Right?
Sound like you know a little something, Blink.
Hey, he's telling the truth.
Right.
And the reason I am passionate about this being the future for us is because of what Fred just said about you don't need a 4-year college degree to take many of those jobs.
Don't.
The manufacturing jobs in particular, and I'm not talking about like heavy machinery like grunt work. Yeah. It's light manufacturing, right? Where you're going to go manufacture the drug or probably just package it, right? Probably just make sure that it can be delivered efficiently. And you'll make $90,000, right? Mm-hmm. You'll make $115,000 if you get promoted to senior leadership, right? And that's with no 4-year degree. That's with a certification from Durham Tech, right?
You just got to learn.
That also could be for someone who's coming out of Durham Public Schools. Because DPS has the career technical education schools now, where
CTE
you can go. By the time
please listen to this.
By the time you graduate high school, you can go work at one of the life science companies and make that $90,000 at 18 with the high school diploma, with benefits, with holiday pay. And it's that's the future of where I think we're taking it. What the disconnect for us though, Fred, is we need to make sure that our community, our people, are aware of the opportunities,
right,
and that they are in line to go get them. Right?
That's true.
Because it's a middle schooler right now in Durham somewhere that has no idea what I just talked about, and that's a problem. Right? They need to know in 6th grade that this city has opportunities for them so that they can make choices about what they want to study and where they want to go.
Well, I'm going to tell you what's real important is we got a platform that we try to put the spotlight on these type of issues that people might not know about.
Yeah, I appreciate
that. I
appreciate y'all doing. I love what y'all doing.
And not only that, we know a lot of people that are doing certain things that we can bring to light as well.
Yeah.
So having you on here to even speak on that is a blessing, just period.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people might not know, what industries they need to jump into. They might not even know that there's opportunities out there. Right. And you just gave us an excellent opportunity without a college degree.
You just touched on everything, man. It's like if I could influence a kid right now coming out of high school with no idea what they want to do, college is not an option. Life science and biotech is where I will point them because I can show them what to do in a matter of 6 months to prepare them to be able to make the type of money he's talking about and actually work. See, these guys clown me, man. Because I want
you know why we clown him? Hold on. Because he
I'm in the group chat now.
Right, you're in the group chat.
Because he wear 3/4 of cloth. He got his little what do you call it? His little hairnet on. But he's saving lives at the same time.
But what I want to show them is a lot of people don't see that. Yeah. They see us laughing and joking, but I actually go in this area, where you have to deep down, the clean room, and what I do. I took a little video and showed them the room, the type of atmosphere I work in, because a lot of people don't know. They're like, you make medicine or whatever, but
they don't know what it takes.
Exactly, and you can be in that space without a 4-year degree.
So that's what I'm saying. Like certain things, my bad, first of all, but like I didn't graduate from college. You know what I'm saying? I went to Durham Tech. I went to ECPI. Never finished either one of those. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that like if someone would have came to me, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like a cool cat, somebody, you know what I'm saying, older dude. It was cool, you know what I'm saying?
Had to be cool. You had to listen to him and be cool, though, right?
Gotta be cool.
Look, that's the shit that
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I say to a lot of people too, though, bro. When if you going into the school, the kid gotta want to be you.
You gotta be relatable.
If he don't look at you and say, "I want to be that guy," everything you saying is going in one ear out the other, right?
Nobody in college looked cool to me back in the day when I was young.
The messenger always matters. We'll say it again. The messenger.
I'm looking at a teacher saying, "Go to college," and you look corny as hell in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, yeah.
So like
the kids feel like that. They still feel like that now.
The people that I looked up and talked to, like the guys and stuff like that, they ain't go to college and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying? So what I was doing is just looking up to the dudes that were looking cool in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? None of them went to school and stuff like that, but. What I would say, if someone like you, all of y'all would have hollered me back in the day,
might have made a different decision.
My ass would have went.
And I did not. I'll be honest with you. I did not. I think Brian was probably the only person I ever said, "Look, you got to come to A&T," because this guy was gonna go to Norfolk State. I like
Life decision right there.
For me, being the youngest of 5, when I ever had the opportunity to bring a younger brother up, I always took it. because I was the youngest of 5.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm passionate about that too, man.
Yeah, we were at Jiho, and this guy, you know, I see a little kid walking, me and B together, and I'm like, yo, what's your major? What you got going on? Blah, blah. And they like, yo, why are you asking him that? I'm like, because I want to know if I can help him in a couple years.
It's dope.
Hold on, two years later, same situation. B asking the kid, no, what's your major? What you know? It's like, so you start to see the maturation, and you can see that, hey, my little influence helped me out. Now he helping the next man out. You know, things like that. So, Gunn, let me ask you this: one thing that this pod has helped us out with, we've been able to touch the city and touch the community a little more.
Right.
You know, even having the pod as our backing. Yeah, hey, we're from the Now Nevermind Podcast, but it puts us in certain spaces now to where we wouldn't normally be in just on the humble. You know,
Y'all in the media now.
Yeah,
media.
we got a media company.
Yeah.
So with your current position, like what are your biggest obstacles that you see, and also let us know where, as a community, we can help you out to get over that obstacle.
I don't know if this is just my biggest obstacle, but I think one of the things that is an obstacle for us is keeping positive morale in the city. I think the more we can talk about the good things happening in Durham, the more y'all can leverage your platform to talk about the exciting things that are happening.
Talk that shit.
Because, bro, like I don't remember. So I've been gone now for 5 years. Just got back in July. I don't remember the city being so negative about itself when I left.
Yeah.
And I'm tuned in, I'm tapped in, right? I'm engaged.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of negativity about the city. And I took pride in repping the bull and putting on for the city in a positive way. And it's like everything is bad right now, right?
Yeah.
And the reality is everything is not bad. Right?
Right.
And I know,
At all.
and I'm not saying that to say that it's not tough. It's tough times for everybody right now, right? It's a difficult time in the city, the country. People are struggling.
You know what I did? You know what I think it is?
What is
you
it?
just said the word struggling. Growth. People are scared of this growth because they feel like like Fred said, they can't fit in
Nobody
because
likes change.
And
they feel like they can't
it's
afford it.
happening
Right.
to them
Nobody
instead of
likes
happening with
change.
them.
When this whole, when the taxes went up and all the, they're saying that the developers are knocking down properties and building the stuff that we can't afford. Like that on top of gun violence is kind of like
motivates me, bro.
it kind of like
Thank
is
you, bro.
what
Thank you.
right.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear that you said that, bro, because I struggle with that too, man. Like it motivates me, bro. Like if I see you get something, and I want it, it's not like I want yours. I'm motivated to think like, oh, it's possible, right? Because I see that you can do it, right? If I see that $5 million condo at the top, that inspires me, bro. That's why you go. But think about this though. That's why you go to New York City. That's why you go to Chicago. These are I've lived
That's
in
what
these
brings
places.
the people
They're
in.
just places like Durham, but those big buildings. They inspire you. Those brands on top of those, they inspire you. If you think it's people from New York who have nothing believe that everything is possible because they can see it every day.
They see
and
it
so,
every day.
like, I'm so glad you said that, bro, because I've always felt like I said about that one city center when it was being built across the street from my condo. I was like, damn, that's fly. We getting a skyscraper in my city. I might never live in it, but it's fly that we got it. It makes me feel good about the
It's
place I'm
crazy
from.
you said that.
You know what
I
I mean?
remember coming from Durham, small town. My pop used to drive us from Durham to Charlotte to see
the
the
building.
buildings, bro,
Yeah.
and drive us back. And I come home like, dang, I gotta go back to Charlotte.
Right. Yeah.
No, like 2 hours away,
Really?
but like
Yeah.
you said, it changed the way you think when you like.
You feel like you're from a place, right? You feel like you're from somewhere. Those of us who grew up here, we love our city, but we got to be honest. There's some point where you felt like you had to explain where you're from.
So
Where you from? Durham. This is where Duke is. Right?
Oh, okay.
It's
I know
close
what
to
you're talking
Raleigh.
about.
Oh, okay. All
Then
right.
you gotta make a little bad. I used to hate back in the day. I used to make it seem like they were like, you were like, yo, you a Durhamite. Yeah, I'm a Durhamite. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I'm proud of that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm going
Proud
to chime
Durham.
in on this because I know this piece is going to get a lot of flack from some people, right? So for the people who don't live in Durham, let me kind of explain the way Durham is, right? Durham is one of these places where every presidential election year, the president, the vice president, whatever Democratic top people are, they're coming to Durham because we vote heavily blue. It's like 80%, right?
More than 80.
Yeah,
99.
And you have to win Durham. You got to get every vote in Durham if you want to win North Carolina, right? So you're gonna think, oh, it's all blue, it's all Democratic, it's all good. So what happens is there's no Republicans to fight with in Durham. So you just have far left
Fight with
going
the other
against
left.
central left. and it's a clash of titans, right?
Yeah.
So then you have this other thing where you will hear people talk about the development, right? You'll have people talk about there's too many houses being built. But this is the nasty truth that you won't hear people talk about. The same people sometimes that are saying we don't want all this additional development, they're teaming up with the people who really can't afford the additional development, right? Because gentrification will push them out. But these same people own acres and acres of land because they recognize that the lower the supply, the higher demand, and it actually increases their property value. So you have this coalition of people on one side that are teaming up. They don't even know that they're each using each other sometimes for different reasons, sometimes nefarious. But then you got everybody else on the other team that is speaking like y'all is looking at the quote unquote bright side, and that's the balance you got to deal
Man,
with.
you articulated something extremely well right there, brother. And that's been going on in this city for a long time. It happens in cities across the country. It's people, there is always a person looking to benefit from whatever they're advocating for, right? Well, even if they're seemingly advocating against something, there's a benefit for that group.
Yeah.
And you have to ask yourself what people's motivation is, right? So you articulate that well. I'm glad you said it and I didn't have to say it.
Look, I put myself on the fire line.
Yeah, you
I
did.
put myself on the fire line.
Look, I also want to lift up something too, man. It is important that people are able to participate in the growth. I'm not suggesting that Durham has done everything right, but I think that there's a positive narrative about the growth that we have to tell. I think it's cool as hell that people want to be in my city, man.
Yeah,
like I think I'm so proud of the fact I don't have to explain where Durham is, right? I've been all over the world, and I love not having to say Raleigh, Durham. I get to just say Durham.
Right.
And they like, oh, we heard Durham is dope. We heard y'all got great music, great food, great, like we on the map, right? But let's not push back against that. Let's just make sure that more people can participate.
Embrace it and
You're right, man. Every time I travel, I mention Durham now.
Now they know where it's at.
And they know where I'm talking about.
Shoot, I remember a point where you used to tell a chick that you from Durham, you trouble.
They still probably say that.
But what I'm saying is though, like now, like you know what I'm saying, like people are now moving to Durham and stuff like that, right?
Something like
you know
20 people a day.
Yeah, so like
Really?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
We're like
My wife is
305,000 people. Right? That's where
We're the third largest city now. We
Yeah,
just
you
passed
see this
Frankfurt.
traffic, a bunch of storages.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it.
Knocking down trees, building his neighborhood.
my wife is not from Durham. She's from Winston-Salem. You know what I'm saying? Which is
Shout out
They
to
used to
Trey
be
Paul.
larger than us.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
But like when I told her, I didn't tell her, but you know what I'm saying, pretty much when we got married and stuff like that, I was like, you know what I'm saying, you got to move down here. You know what I'm saying? That situation and stuff. She didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? For a long time we were dating, she was like, I'll never move to Durham.
Until
Winston ain't nobody.
Look,
My wife was just, you want to stay in Winston? You want to stay in Winston?
probably more than you now, bro.
But Gunn, real talk, man. You let us know if we can help out, engage in any type of way. We got not only a media company, like I said, we definitely are out in the community as well. So if there's things that we can do, if there's job fairs or things like that can be promoted, we would love to help and promote and do.
Yeah, I'm gonna leverage you for that, bro. We
definitely.
We had a real dope job fair a couple months ago that really inspired me, man. We had a couple companies in Durham laid off about 500 people, right? And so we were able to respond quickly and organize 16 employers who were hiring on the spot to connect with those people who had just been laid off to come get jobs. And so I was there, standing at the door, greeting people, and I watched people walk in looking like they had the worst day of their life. Talking about hopeless. And then they walked out crying tears of joy because they they handed their resume to somebody on the spot, they talked to them, they got a job that they're going to start next week.
That's dope.
And I think we got 199 people that got opportunities out of that event. I would love to scale it, make it a lot bigger.
Right.
So I'll definitely be sharing information with y'all.
Okay. Guys, before we bring them to the pod portion of the show, anybody got any other questions, or have we pretty much covered the maturation of jobs?
I got one since we talking about jobs.
With the sinister smile on it.
Oh, he's the villain.
So I'm gonna put him on the spot on this one, right?
Okay.
So I recently joined the regional board for Empower, and I reached out to I was talking with Nick Allen, who was the executive director. We said he was gonna reach out to you, right?
Okay.
Because we know the city always has the summer program, which goes through, OEWD, and trying to figure out how we could get the youth involved also in his program into some of these internships and these summer jobs and being able to have a better grasp on what it is that these business leaders are looking for. So I just want to publicly remind you that that's out there because we got to.
Now you got receipts that you told me.
It's on the record.
It's on the record. All right.
I'm passionate about youth works, man, and getting you jobs. So we have some headwinds there, but let's do it.
Perfect.
Let's talk about it.
So now, Chuck, where we at?
All right, now we're bringing you into the pod.
Let's go.
Okay,
He's a great debater too.
He's a great debater, so I'm pretty sure you enjoy this portion of the show.
Me and my Duke brother over here, we done had some debates, man. Late night after the game, too.
So, not sure if you're familiar, but we do have a portion of the show we call One's Gotta Go. Okay, and when it comes to One's Gotta Go's, we will give you 4 names, 4 titles, 4 people, or whatever. Out of those 4, for whatever reason you deem, one has to go.
Let's go.
All right, so for this One's Gotta Go.
We thought about you on this.
We thought about that. I must say, you came to mind.
Y'all prepared on this one. Okay.
All right. So, for the One's Gotta Go this episode, we got Just Blaze.
Woo! Producers. Yeah, these are all producers.
Pharrell. Swiss Beats. And Timberland.
That's
One's Gotta Go
for me.
That's pretty easy for you?
Oh, you didn't want to think about
It's Swiss.
It's Swiss?
Don't do this.
Why? Tell us why.
I ain't never think Swiss Beats was like that. I thought it was like
Casio keyboard.
Yeah, it was like a lot of Casio.
Can we remind them a little
It was
bit?
It was always off key, right?
Yeah.
It was just, to me, Swiss had a moment in time, right?
Okay.
When it was Rough Riders Anthem, right?
Okay.
And once Rough Riders Anthem hit, we all fell in love with that sound. And so then anything that was kind of like that, we were like, all right, I like this. But in retrospect, I never listened to Swiss shit. Like even like
now you do know Band from TV with Swiss.
And you do know Fancy from Drake.
Yeah, Band for TV was crazy.
The whole album from Lots.
They gonna try to defend it.
Nah, I don't really like the album from the Money Power Respect album. What? Oh no, he did the the Rough Riders album. Yeah, he did. He killed that. But he didn't do most of the beats on it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your boy Dane Grease did a lot of it.
Yeah, Dane Grease was that nigga.
I even on DMX album, I thought Dane Grease beats was better than Swiss beats on the first DMX album.
Okay.
So that's just my opinion. I love Rough Riders Anthem and probably Band from TV. That's probably my 2 Swiss beats.
All right, Blake,
So
you got
hold on.
Oh,
Let's just kind of remind the people of some of the songs, right?
Okay, come on.
Swiss, Rough Riders Anthem,
Love it.
Yeah.
Eve's Tambourine,
Don't love
and
it.
Jay-Z's On to the Next.
Don't hate on to the next.
On to the
Probably
next.
like my worst. If I had to do it, it's the worst Jay-Z song.
On to the next one.
Timberland, Missy Elliott, Work It.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake, Cry Me a River.
That shit was dope.
Aaliyah, Are You That Somebody?
Tim is-
These are all huge songs,
All right.
man.
We got Pharrell. We're gonna do Pharrell with the Neptunes, okay? Because
Pharrell got
I'm
too
not
many.
trying to
Yeah, he
differentiate.
got- Pharrell got too
Right.
But they was ahead of their time.
Drop It Like It's Hot with Snoop.
Okay.
Jay-Z, I Just Want to Love You.
Beautiful.
All the Noops love that.
Beautiful.
And NERD, Lap Dance, right?
Yeah.
And then you got Just Blaze, Song Cry with Jay-Z. Cameron, Oh Boy. And T.I. Live Your Life with Rihanna.
And everything else dope. Just Blaze.
So you're a Just Blaze fan.
So we staying with Swiss?
I'm definitely saying, yeah, Swiss gone.
Okay.
No disrespect, Swiss.
Yes. Same thing, man. Swiss got to go.
Swiss gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, we got we dealing with 4 great producers. So
I got you.
If you make the list, you're great.
Yeah, exactly.
Who you got, Esco?
You take Timberland out.
Take Timberland out.
Take Timberland out.
I'm not mad at that.
Pause there for a second. You
mad
got to
at
get
that
into that one.
Because for one, I'm gonna talk about it though because I ain't like Magoo.
They ain't got nothing to do with his
I wasn't a Magoo fan, and I wasn't a Missy Elliott fan. I did love Aaliyah, you know what I'm saying? When she came with Tim, you know what I'm saying? So I did like that. You know what I'm saying?
And if you take Missy away, that takes a good portion of his catalog.
Not really. When you talk about all the songs he did with Hov.
But a lot of songs he did with Hov.
Timberlake.
A lot of songs he did with Hov
I mean,
and stuff
Timberland,
like that.
bro, come on.
But
He said it now.
shit, I'm gonna ride with it though.
I'm not mad at
I like
that.
some of Swiss on joints. I like Swiss. I like a lot of his beats that he had wasn't like out in the radio.
Commercial.
Like that song he had with Nas called Echo. That shit was phenomenal.
See, I don't know that one.
Yeah, and so it was like just a mellow beat, like kind of like the Griselda beat, but it was like raw. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a Nas fan. I didn't like that track. I gotta get rid of Swiss.
You get rid of Swiss?
I gotta get rid of Swiss.
Yeah, so we got 3 Swiss right there.
Swiss gotta go.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of just
So
Swiss.
Okay.
Calm down. Calm down, America.
I was gonna take a hat off.
I think I'm gonna do Swiss as well for the same reason you said.
Yeah, he
like
got enough,
a very familiar sound back in the day. A lot of Casio.
He was ahead of his time though. That shit was young.
I think he just had a moment. He had a moment and made the best of it.
Yeah, he capitalized off of that. Like
He was in the right spot at the right time because his family put him in that spot.
No, you can't say that. Don't ever say
It
that.
gave him
Why I can't say that?
Yeah,
They
No,
did.
for one, because
didn't put him there, but he
Can't
gave
hold
him
that against. Can't hold that against him.
yeah, but he also
He had to capitalize.
Yeah, and also
He did,
they
too.
said-
He ran with it. He's
also
still
they
running
said,
with it.
like they wasn't really giving him that type of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To do that shit.
If you got someone's ear, that's the only opportunity you need sometimes.
Man, that was just
But it
nephew,
takes a
man.
lot. It takes a lot to hit. He just
Swiss
said his
didn't have
brother when he was trying
to.
hit
Swiss
him.
didn't have to do.
That's facts. That's
This is
You know
what I
what I'm saying?
mean.
His own brother.
Swiss didn't have to do what Kanye did. You know what I mean? Kanye grinded it out. He worked. He was in people's face.
I don't know. I can't say.
He might have had it grind out.
Put in some work. Yeah.
No. I'm just trying to. You know,
I wasn't there, so I don't know what he
me either. I'm just trying to
I'ma say like
explain.
this, bro.
yeah.
We got one request.
Yeah.
That
That
we
nigga
got.
said,
Okay. People heard the gun was coming through, and they was like, "Man, look, y'all can't have this guy come through and not ask him to spit a hot 16." They said you can't.
That was
They said that's blasphemy. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll keep it show. Bring it back. I'll do it in a bit. Let's see.
that shit, my nigga.
Let me come back to that. Okay. I'll do it. I ain't gonna let y'all down.
All right, real quick. We shift a little bit. So there's a big talk around now with the youths, the little youths. There's a battle going on between. It's funny. It's funny to us, big. They got the big crave between the quarter zips and the Nike Tech.
Yeah.
So now you got the young youths. They wearing the quarter zips now, which is more so of a corporate type of look. But you got the YNs.
Do they wear the collar shirt under it? I mean,
They do it all. They do the whole thing. Why are they robbing you?
Oh hell
I don't know if you still. I don't know.
Because it ain't changing them. Have you heard about the
I
craze?
seen some little shit like that, bro.
My algorithm done gone crazy. I had one person post that on the timeline, and I just made a comment to him.
And it's
the next thing
quarter
I
zip
got,
mania. Yeah.
quarter
Yeah,
zip
man.
mania.
Yeah.
It's just it has to be a youth thing.
Did you see the animated movie? No, they made like a teaser trailer for an animated movie about the quarter zip. Talk about Tyrone. You don't even have to rob people no more. And it showed him change
Yeah, I
with the
saw
quarter
that
zip,
too,
and then he's telling the other people he used to rob people with, like, we don't have to do this anymore.
I cut grass in quarter zip, man.
And look,
I ain't quarter zip now.
I don't know if is this a gotta go?
This is Nike.
Is this a
though.
gotta
This
go?
is
We doing a
Nike.
gotta go?
no, this is just
For the record, I fuck with it.
I do both.
I'm a millennial, so I went to the club and business casual for a long period of time,
Man, that
right?
was
So we
crazy.
can't pretend that we wasn't dressing up to go to the club.
Slacks.
We had slacks on, everything, but so look, we gotta let the youth do what they do because I done seen some pictures of me from the 2000s, and I'm like, God, man, I can't believe I had that on.
Stripes.
The triple X button up when Jay-Z told us we had to wear button ups with the
Denim on the hat on.
Look, when you bought up Fontaine them Durangos, my feet started hurting.
You had some.
I remember. I used to walk around them heels. In them heels.
It's crazy. We went from long white tee and just jumped straight to
into
business
business casual, bro. JC told us we had to. We were like, damn.
Hey, that changed everything up. All right.
Jerseys.
So,
all that shit, son.
so
But then Jay told us we couldn't wear jerseys no more. He said he was 30 plus. We wasn't even 30 plus, but we were like, Damn, I can't wear a jersey.
So
That's what you guys just started
high school.
we got one thing that we got to talk about because we know the NFL playoffs are getting ready to come up, right?
Yeah.
And this, just so you know, it'll probably be about a week or two before we air this episode. So we're going to speak in past tense, right? And we're going to talk about this crazy game that Shador had, right?
Man, come on.
Right? I don't know the controversy that's about to come, but we all know he had a crazy game, right? Almost 400
yards, 3 touchdowns.
And a rushing touchdown.
Right.
3 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown.
So let's talk about this NFL playoff season, okay? We need to get everybody to go ahead and let us all know who do we think is going to end up being in a championship game.
Super Bowl?
Right? Super Bowl.
Super Bowl prediction.
Super Bowl predictions. Who's going to be in it? AFC team, NFC team. Anybody?
Well, I'll go first. My dreams were kind of crushed today because my boy tore his Achilles.
Who?
Daniel Jones.
He don't play for the Knicks. I mean, he don't play for the Giants.
No, but I was rooting for the Giants ain't going to the playoffs.
You had the Colts going?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I had the
Colts.
I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Colts been looking good, though.
Yeah, Colts been looking good.
What's the running Travis? Is it Richardson? What's
Taylor?
it?
Is it Taylor?
No, what's the running back?
It's Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
He
And Daniel Jones been playing real well. That's a doopy. Come on now.
I'm sorry.
That's where he lost.
But he tore his Achilles. Sorry. So now I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'll go with the Rams.
That's not a bad.
I go with the Rams.
Rams versus who?
Yeah, AFC.
I don't know. No idea. I'm just picking them to win the chip.
Yeah.
You got to go Patriots, Eagles.
Oh, that's
They going with the Patriots.
They look good though.
They
Got like the best team in the league.
got the best.
They got a target at the quarterback.
They got the best.
Eagles need a quarterback.
Patriots got the best record in the league.
Hey, B. Eagles need a quarterback. I'm gonna go ahead and say
Tell them that.
the Eagles need a quarterback.
What are you talking about?
They don't need
That guy said that Jalen Hurts better than
Jalen Hurts is better than whoever you want to say who.
No.
Patrick Mahomes. He said Patrick Mahomes.
He is better than Patrick Mahomes right now. Today,
He's a great game manager.
Oh wow.
he's better than this version of Patrick Mahomes.
He's a great game manager.
And by the way, everybody,
No, he's not.
J Gunn is drinking water. Everybody,
He's not a better quarterback.
there's water in that
Patrick
cup.
Mahomes right now. 2025 Patrick Mahomes.
No,
He's not. He's a great game.
there's water in that cup.
They
Everybody,
want Mahomes to
he's
be
drinking
so
water.
bad.
That's some spiked water he got.
I'm cool on Mahomes.
Let's go. Who you
I'm
got?
cool on Mahomes.
Technically, I ain't really no football fan like that. I just go by what y'all say.
That's good.
Cowboys fan.
Patriots, Eagles.
Patriots, Eagles. Blink.
You know what? I'm gonna go kind of like how he did because I actually watched Denver for the first time the other day when they played my Skins, and
They just been skating all year though. They've been winning, but they've been skating.
they got a number 2 defense.
I understand that, but okay,
I watched a couple-
a number 2 defense that won 4 games by field goal kicks in the end of regulation.
Hey, last year my Skins got to the NFC Championship game on tip passes and all this other stuff too. You just got to get there. We say who we thinking to get there.
I hate what happened to Daniels this year.
Yeah.
He got hurt again today, didn't he?
Nah, don't say that.
He tissue paper.
I think he did.
Tissue paper. That's
For real, he didn't finish the game, did he?
That nigga about to start crying.
He did, right?
Hey, Gunn, that's RG4.
I don't think he said it.
RG4.
Man, we ain't doing that to him, man.
Hey, I don't wish that on him.
Daniels on his chest.
I like the kid.
I'm gonna go with the Rams NFC, and honestly, I'm tired of seeing Buffalo, Kansas City always fighting for us. So I'm gonna go with Denver, man. I'm gonna go Denver and the Rams.
Freddie?
Denver, you
So nobody believes in the Lions?
That's what I see. I kind
I
of.
love
I did when the season started.
Coach too risky, yo.
I did when the
He
season
love the
started.
game, but he too risky.
He like to go for it on
He
four.
like to do too much.
Hey, I'm not hating on the Rams.
Lions.
I mean on the Lions.
I'm just gonna go with the NFC team, and I'm just gonna say the Eagles. That's
Good
Eagles.
call.
Eagles
Let's go
gonna be in the
Birds.
championship. I mean,
No,
the AFC. I heard the Ravens just lost, right?
Tush
Ravens
ain't
losing
doing
it?
nothing
Ravens
this playoffs,
lost?
man.
I'm not sure, but
They played the Steelers, right?
They've been
I
playing the
heard.
Steelers.
I heard.
Oh, the Ravens lost?
I heard
Yeah,
the
that
Ravens
Pittsburgh
lost,
beat
so
them,
so I
yeah.
can't bet on them.
Yeah.
So I just gotta go.
I wish
with
I could
Eagles.
say Baltimore, but they haven't a bad
I
year.
want to say them.
Well, Lamar going out for a few games messed it up, man. They would have had a better run.
And then my boy start fumbling, and it's like,
Oh, Henry.
yeah, man, that was rough.
2 back-to-back games.
That was rough.
I'm gonna go.
Look at it.
I'm going Chicago.
Oh wow!
That's not a bad. They 6 in a row. They don't
Chicago and who? Anybody else?
And I ain't sold on nobody else right now on the other team, but I like Chicago, man.
Hey, that's your joint.
Caleb done got
Hey,
his shit
Charlotte,
squared
I'm
a Panther
Carolina ain't gonna
through
make
and
the
through,
playoffs.
but
Who did they play today?
We went to the bowl. But
They ain't gonna make the playoffs.
nah, we making the playoffs.
Who, Chicago?
No, Charlotte. I think
Oh,
we gotta-
wild card.
Y'all in the
Wild
hood
card.
still?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
made the playoffs, but
They
Super
needed
Bowl,
somebody to lose this week.
Tampa Bay.
Okay.
And Tampa did lose. They lost today. They lost today.
So we kind of tired right now.
This is a
Hey, I
chaotic
ain't never
season.
gonna be against them.
This is a chaotic season.
I tell you what, it's going to be two
Keep
different
pounding.
teams in the Super Bowl. That's what I will say.
What y'all think about Houston?
Nah,
I don't trust.
they've been sputtering. Nah, they've been sputtering too much. This
Definitely
year.
not.
All right, so I got
Bears was a good call.
I got one last question real quick, more so of a statement, but I don't know, because you two cats told me y'all listen to y'all phones throughout the night, music and all that.
Yeah, shower and everything.
The question was, how do you react when you get that notification on Sunday morning, letting you know how long you've been using your phone? How does that make you feel? Because I know when I get behind, I look at my phone, and the joker say 8 or 10 hours a day, and I'm looking at myself
Like I need help.
I'm
I
looking
need
at
help.
myself like,
Well, I ain't too mad because
I'm
like,
almost
like
50.
this. Every 5 minutes, that motherfucker be laying in the bed beside me on her phone.
I don't really be on my shit that much, bro.
I listen to
I play music
Hold
on
on,
it, but
so what's your average when that notification comes up on Sunday?
do it give you the week or the day?
It give you the week. It give you like your daily.
Daily.
It's probably like 4. I think I'm like 3-4 hours a day.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
But I got two phones. So my business phone is my email phone. So on that one, probably a lot more because I'm doing business on it. But like my
Okay, so you
personal,
got two phones.
I open Instagram in the morning, open it at night when I go to bed. I ain't really on it like that, man.
Okay.
No,
And it don't even have to be
too much.
social media. I just know I'm addicted to YouTube.
Oh, you mean on YouTube?
So I watch YouTube, and it adds up still when I play my little games or whatever.
I do got.
Yeah, all of that. As long as your phone is
But
on.
not if you put the phone down. I play this shit on my Sonos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's phone down.
I don't get no screen.
My joint.
All I know is I get an 8 to 10 hours.
You had to look yourself.
Day on my I just hold the phone back down. I'm on 1 feet.
I should have 22 hours.
I'm embarrassed.
I also got 2 little kids, so I be watching their ass more than
I should have 22 hours out there.
So I put a time limit on mine for like Instagram and Facebook. I limit it to 30 minutes.
That nigga like a key, they got his shit.
That's a Fred. Hey, that's
All right.
put a limit
He be
on
trying to have his mental
Fred.
peace.
From what I know about you, it's a very Fred way. That's on brand.
That's a
right there.
Fredism. One of his Fredisms.
You look, you will go down a rabbit hole, right? I'm sharing all this stuff about what stuff you're supposed to eat to stay healthy and all this. I was like, I know my family get tired. So I got to put a block on it. But that notification you're talking about, I cut that off because it embarrassed me. It embarrassed me.
Every Sunday I'm embarrassed.
When you get it Sunday morning, see what I got.
I don't need to be like, I don't need this. I don't need no evidence that I'm on my phone this much.
Yeah, man.
But Gunn, man, we appreciate you, bro.
Hey, bro, I
we
appreciate y'all.
you
This is
taking time out.
Big up to y'all. Big up to y'all, bro. Thank you.
That's it.
You, bro.
Don't be a stranger.
Listen, man. Let's do it again.
Listen, don't be a stranger.
Really
Like I
enjoyed this
said, let us know if we
episode,
can be of any assistance to you in your new role.
Thank you, bro.
Because we definitely want to touch the city, and once again, man, it's been a pleasure.
Let me
Just
extend
learning more
the same offer back to y'all, bro.
Yes, sir.
If I can support what you're doing anyway, share my platform, consider me a part of the team, bro.
My nigga.
We
I'm
appreciate
proud to see this shit.
Y'all give a shout out to J Gunn.
Big up.
Yo, this has been episode 15.
15.
We about to wrap it up. You still might see a freestyle. That could be in the works.
All right.
But guess what? Another episode of Nevermind.
Throw them cards. Throw them cards.
There we go.
What it is one and only Joshua Gunn, yours truly, also known as J Gunn, Bull City's own, live with Bull City's own Nevermind Podcast. Tap in with us.
Make some noise.
Comments is the reason I've been pissed all season. Must have missed Josh preaching. Sermon review.